These are the rules of the game. Actions speak louder than words.
Action Sports, only on your World of Champions Supersport. Coming up on Action Sports, we visit the Santon Action Sports Arena for the 2011 Juniors IPTs. We also talk to national coach Sean Schaefer about the upcoming World Cup.
Hello and welcome to this month's edition of Action Sports. It's all about the juniors as we visit the interprovincial tournament at the Santon Arena.
The Juniors IPTs normally brings out the most teams on a provincial level, and the Santon tournament once again proved that. 51 teams in the various junior age categories took part in a week of serious on-court action. The first gold medal match that we feature is that of the final in the boys under 10 age group. Here it was the Central Gauteng Cubs who made their way into the final match as they took on neighbouring opponents Eastern Gauteng. The Cubs took to the court with bat in hand first and managed to get off to a solid start with an opening partnership of 20 runs. With 9 teams in the youngest category, these boys had to all play 8 matches during the round-robin stage of the competition, with the Eastern Gauteng under 10 team getting into the final unbeaten. The Central Gauteng Cubs got off to a decent start. It was the youngsters from Easterns who managed to claw their way into this game as one of their fielders took a spectacular reaction catch from off the front net. The emotion was clear for all to see as they managed to claim yet another wicket. Just look at the excitement on the bowler's face. No prizes for guessing that he loves watching his heroes take wickets on your World of Champions. Midway through the 11th over, the Cubs won 48 runs and needed a few more to post a defendable total on the board if they were to claim their first IPT gold medal. The third batting pair added 38 runs of their allotted 4 overs, and the under-10 Cubs knew they needed more of the same from their fourth and final pair. But the under-10s from Eastern Gauteng showed just why they went throughout the tournament without losing, as they stepped up the pressure by claiming a few more wickets during the final overs. With the overs running out quickly for the Cubs, they did not help their own cause much as they managed to fall victim to yet another run-out at the non-striker's end. With -5 for every wicket lost, a team's scoring rate quickly loses momentum, and that was the last thing the Cubs needed as their turn with the bat came to an end. Bryce Pawson had the ball in hand to bowl the 16th over, and he finished off in style as he clean bowled Dean Gregory from the Cubs. As the two teams swapped sides, the Central Gauteng Cubs under-10s only managed to post 88 runs on the board and knew they needed to bowl and field out of their boots if they were to take home the IPT gold medal at the Santon Action Sports Arena. As the opening pair for Eastern Gauteng walked out to bat, they had a target of 89 runs to secure their first IPT gold. Jordan Duprier and Joshua Brits had to open the innings for Easterns and knew they needed to get their team off to a solid start. Eastern's two openers scored 30 runs off their 4-over batting stint, but then the first wicket fell as young Thando Makweta pulled off some great fielding to inspire the rest of his Cubs teammates. And remember, it seems easy to score runs in action cricket by making contact with those side nets in the different scoring zones. But losing 5 runs for every wicket, the positive scoring rate can quickly turn into a negative one on the scoreboard. And in a gold medal final, it's all about taking your chances and keeping up the pressure. Joshua Taylor and Kane Horwell walked onto the court as the second batting pair for Easterns, but they found the going out in the middle tough, especially as they got run out after a great piece of fielding by the Central Gauteng Cubs youngsters. After 7 overs, Eastern's under-10s had a score of 42 runs on the board. The match was still much in the balance. Both teams knew exactly what they needed to do, but doing that successfully is never an easy thing. And a spilt opportunity by one of the Cubs' close catches just gave the Eastern Gauteng youngsters the breathing space they needed as the overs were running out. The value of team sports at such a young age is once again highlighted. The third pair for Easterns added 29 runs, and all that their fourth and final pair needed was to add 11 runs for the win. But they managed more than that, and as the final ball was bowled, Eastern Gauteng's under-10 boys maintained their unbeaten run at the Sandton Action Sports Arena as they ran out gold medal winners in their category by 17 runs against the Central Gauteng Cubs. There's confirmation once again of the log in the boys under-10 age group. Congratulations to the youngsters from Eastern Gauteng as they take home the gold medal.
Sean, it's such an important tournament, and for you being in the national setup, how important is the junior ranks and for the next generation to come up and represent South Africa?
Well, you know, it's been amazing this weekend. I've come up here and I've had a look, obviously because my son's involved in that, and I've watched all these youngsters, and this is the longevity of our sport. This is where the future lies, at World Cups, at Interprovincials and that. And I was absolutely amazed by the talent here, by the commitment of the kids, and most of all the sportsmanship. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I tell you now that our sport is in great hands.
And now for the true test. Braden, how difficult is it to have Sean as your dad? Because he is a national coach, a guy that's very respected and everyone looks up to him and everyone looks for inspiration from him. And poor you, you've got the dad factor and the national coach all in one, plus your own coach in your team.
It's quite hard because when he works me very hard when he coaches me, because when he's coaching I'm not allowed to play. I have to watch him coach his team, and I've learned a lot, so it's helping me.
The next match on the show court that we'll look at is the gold medal final in the under-12 age group. Here it was Team KwaZulu-Natal who qualified for the final against the Central Gauteng Lions. Team KZN went throughout the round-robin stage without losing a match, but knew they needed to play their best match of the week in the final if they were to return to Durbs with that gold medal. KZN batted first, but some quick reactions from the Lions saw them lose 2 vital wickets in the third over and also cost them 10 runs. But they found the gaps in the fourth over, and as Bradley Hope and Shahid Kalem left the court, they managed to score 29 runs as an opening partnership. Jordan and Josh came in next, but they lost their wickets twice in the fifth over, and they knew they had an opportunity to stamp their authority on the game. These two could not recover and only added 4 runs to their team's total. As the third pair for KZN of Jared and Joshua walked out to bat, they too felt the pressure and could only add 6 runs with the 9th over. They did find a few gaps during the 10th and added another 9 as the momentum was slowly swinging back towards the batting side. These two continued to consolidate KZN's innings and scored 23 runs off their 4 overs. The final pair was that of Luke and Christopher, and they knew they needed to conserve wickets at this late stage if they were to post a defendable target. As the under-12s from KwaZulu-Natal's innings were coming to an end, a great catch at the back of the court saw them lose yet another 5 runs. And as they left the court, they only posted 75 runs and would need a massive effort in the field if they were to claim the gold medal.
After all of that action, it is time to take a break, but don't go too far away. We'll be back right after this.
Still coming up on Action Sports, we bring you the conclusion of the under-12s gold medal match. We look at the under-17 final, and we talk to national coach Sean Shaper about the upcoming Action Cricket World Cup.
Continues at the Santon Arena. It's junior IPTs.
If you have just joined us, the under-12s from KZN posted 75 runs in their gold medal match against the Central Gauteng Lions and knew they needed a miracle to defend that. Curtis and Josh got the Lions off to a very good start as they opened their account with 28 runs of the first 4 overs. They only lost their wickets once, which is the key to chasing down any target in a game of action cricket. Aiden and Patrick walked in next for the Lions and picked up where their openers left off as they managed to add 30 runs from their 4-over stint. It could have been so much more, but losing their wickets 3 times, it gave some hope to the guys from KZN. As third pair of Wandile and Brady was at the crease for the Lions, they saw the scoreboard read 72 runs during the 11th over. They needed 4 more for the win with 5 overs to go, so the writing was on the wall, so to speak. But again, if you lose 5 runs per wicket, a game can quickly slip away that looks to be safe, so they knew they needed to keep their focus. The 4th and final batting pair for the Lions was Donovan and Jason. They found plenty of scoring opportunities and quickly added yet another 38 runs and secured an easy win for their Central Gauteng Lions team in the boys under-12 gold medal match at the 2011 Junior IPTs. With 8 teams in the under-12 age group, it was Team KZN who finished top of the log after the round-robin stage, but then lost in the gold medal final to the Lions from Central Gauteng. Well done, guys. The future of the sport seems to be in good hands. And just look who Johan bumped into at the Junior IPTs this year.
You played sport at the highest level, and great to see you supporting your son in action sports. What brings you here?
Yeah, he was selected for the KZN under 13 side, and you know, we have to support him. It keeps him out of mischief, and keeps them going. It's good for their sport. It's good for their cricket to play under pressure situations. It's lovely.
Zander, over to you. Just what does it mean to have your dad back you up? And I mean, he played sport at the highest level, and is that something you aspire to as well?
Yes, he's helped me through lots of stuff with my school sports, and we've gone through lots of hours training hard, going to the rugby field, kicking a ball, a few days in a week. He go to the cricket nets and he'll throw me a few balls, and he's helped me through my whole life, and I love him so much.
Rudolf, it's a great honour to have a legend with us today, and a former Springbok coach as well. What does it mean for you to support your son at an Action Sports Arena event?
It's just a great privilege for me to be involved, and I'm fortunate that I've got 2 kids, and I'm really proud of Ron. Their team did well, and the whole team they won bronze. So really privilege and honour for me to be here.
We all know Rudolf the coach, but what about Rudolf the dad? Sitting next to the nets and having a look at your son playing, do you get involved or do you leave it to the coaches?
No, I don't get involved. I think they've got a good coach in Paul Vermaak, and I think cricket's not really my game, so I don't think I can really comment on what's happening there.
Ron, just your dad, I mean, he's such a legend in his own right. To have him support you and to have him as a dad, I'm going to ask you a few things about him which you can definitely tell all the viewers, but to have your dad on your side and have him travel with you guys and come and support you, what does it mean to you?
It means lots for my dad to be here with him being busy and being busy with all the work that he has to do, but it's really nice to have your dad supporting you every step of the way.
The final gold medal match we'll feature is that of the under-17s. Here again it was KZN up against Central Gauteng, with the coastal side having to bat first and post a target against the Gauteng-based team, who came into the final not having tasted defeat yet for the week's competition. Michael and Tyler opened the batting for KZN.